Welcome to Outlander Media Network. I'm Kirby Lee Bailey. We're at the Cobra in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm with the band DIZASTERPIECE. Introduce yourselves, guys.
What's up, guys? Justin.
What's going on? Rich.
Nick.
Justin. Phil.
Levi.
And I won't remember all those names. All I remember is Doug, Dick, and Justin, Phil. And, all right, we're getting ready to roll. How y'all come up with the name DIZASTERPIECE?
It's originally a solo project.
Exactly.
For me. I admit, so it's a Slipknot song. So it's crazy because I had that record, I had Iowa, but I forgot about it. So now I pay homage. It comes from Slipknot. But originally, when I forgot about that song, it just meant a duality of like contrast, good and bad. It means like a beautiful outcome to a chaotic situation. A disaster piece, a masterpiece, a beautiful ending to something that's fucked up and crazy. And yeah, it's light and dark.
We're on the last day of the tour. How has the tour been going?
Amazing.
It's
Good. It's my favorite one. It's my
Sucks that it
favorite.
has to end, honestly.
Yeah, we're actually. I like this guy. This is my favorite lineup I've had, and we fuck around. We play good, play hard,
Play
sell
Mad Libs
merch,
in the band.
play Mad Libs in the van. There's so much fucking around in this van. Like it's just, it's my dream.
People
team.
have their clothes on in there, don't they?
Usually have their clothes on. Sometimes when we bring our girlfriends, that maybe not so much clothes, but usually we're behaved. And for my girlfriend that's watching this, who booked the whole tour.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of y'all's music.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of seem like you got like a Rage Against the Machine kind of feel.
Okay.
Is that?
I'll take it. I like Rage. I mean, not one of my favorites. For me, it's more like if we're talking about that, like Deftones and Limp Bizkit. I love Deftones. I love Limp Bizkit. But the Rage thing, it takes a compliment either way because they're talented as fuck. They're not one of my favorite bands, but they're dope. You know what I mean? And the way that what's the singer's name again?
You're making me draw a blank. on that.
Tom Morello's good.
Morello's all.
And then
what's
Zach
that?
De La Rocca. I was having a problem with the last name. Zach De La Rocca.
I forgot his
That's
last
cool.
name.
That's cool if you say that either way, because they're a strong band. They're powerful band. You know.
So if somebody said, "Hey, Limp Bizkit's going on tour," come up to you, will y'all be jumping on that in about 5 seconds?
That might be the reality that you
That would be pretty
speak
badass.
soon.
You never know.
Hey, you don't know.
No, there's been phone calls about it. Hopefully
Hey,
it pans out.
we saw them last year. They had I can't remember who the band that was that opened in front of them. I know one of them was the Lost Boys guy was one of them.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, yo,
Corey Feldman was one of the openers, and
what's up with what is that? What
we don't know because when we went, the problem was when we went, it was in Atlanta,
yeah,
and it was storming out
yeah.
there, and the first two bands weren't allowed to play because of the weather, so we didn't get to see his performance.
Damn. I think Corey Feldman's metal now.
I guess he is.
He's showing the Vanilla Ice rap.
To me, it's always dope, at least interesting, when like culture and metal underground stuff crosses over with mainstream. So if you say Corey Feldman and Limp Bizkit, it's at least interesting enough to stay engaged in it. But honestly, that should have been us. We should have been on that tour. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you always have a chance on that tour because, like I said, I think Fred puts anybody out there that an up and comer.
I love Fred Durst. I don't know why he gets any hate. I a big part of like seeing Limp Bizkit on TV growing up. When I watched MTV. I just knew like one day I want to grow up and do that. I was very inspired the first time I saw the Faith video, and then Nookie, and then right after that, Linkin Park came out with the One Step Closer. Was their first video that was like on TV, and I was just like, yo, rap and hip hop and metal and hardcore or whatever together is the best kind of peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I mean?
What do y'all think of the new Limp Bizkit? I mean, Linkin Park with their new lineup.
It's questionable. I don't know. Everyone's got their own opinion on it.
It's good for them that they get to play again. It's very, very sad about Chester. There's really nothing that's ever going to make it a good, comfortable topic, being that he's like the dopest and he's not here. But I mean, at least they're probably happy that they get the tour.
I mean, I'll be honest. I got my tickets the day they went on sale. So
There you go. So then speak from your perspective.
Hey, I love Linkin Park. Don't get me wrong, but And everybody says, well, Chester's irreplaceable. But they said the same thing way back in the 70s when Bon Scott passed. They said, he's irreplaceable. And here come Brian Johnson out there. And,
But they get. He's
I still feel the
irreplaceable.
same way about Bon Scott, and I was born '97.
oh, hush.
Listen, he's irreplaceable, but they get to tour and have fun again. And you know me, so people. So it's good, and everybody wins. And whatever the allegations, what's her name? She was canceled for supporting some kind of poopiness.
Scientology.
Whatever, but whatever. Hopefully everybody wins and is happy. That's how I see it. Yeah. Rest in peace, Chester. That was my idol.
Thanks.
I almost wanted to name my dog Chester. That's how much I love Chester. You know, when I was younger, now it's not as effective, but it makes me sad still.
I mean, I'm a big fan of new metal anyways, because, I mean, I grew up in the late 80s, and I had the hair bands. And then we went to the most depressing era with the grunge bunch. And that was just like, you listen to all the to me, when I listen to grunge, it's like one long song for 10 songs. I mean, if you listen to 10, everybody says 10 from Pearl Jam is a classic. I said, I can't tell the difference between Even Flow, Alive, or Jeremy.
I used to feel the same way about grunge, but then I started listening to like Nirvana's deep cuts, and that's where you find the good stuff. Like the hit songs, not really. They don't really do too much, but it's the deep cuts that really matter. If you actually like dig into the album.
Well, Nirvana was, I mean, it was more rotating, and it didn't sound like the whole thing was the same.
I love Nirvana.
You know, that was the difference with Nirvana compared to the rest of them.
It was. Nirvana didn't even feel like a grunge band. They felt
like an
they
emo
were kind of
band.
their own thing.
I love Nirvana. I love every Nirvana song. I don't know why anybody, my girlfriend hates Nirvana. I was never into hair metal, honestly. I like the douchebagginess of hair metal, the girls and money and strippers and parties, but I don't like the sound of it. I honestly, I don't want to say it like this. I'm kind of glad about the timing, we'll say it like that. The timing that grunge showed up. And the effect that it had.
Well, I mean, you know, for the point, you know, when you went to a concert at a glam show, you got a show, and you're lucky somebody get bursted in flames with all the Aquanet and all that, and the pyro flying everywhere. It's like,
Grunge came here to say, "Fuck that, we're too sad now." Grunge came to say, "I'm sad, so I have my flannel shirt and my heroin." And this is the story of my life, and then it pushed all that hair metal out of the way.
But like I said, you know, I was happy when new metal came out because I felt like it saved rock music right there. I was like, thank God we got through this little sad stage and we went to the partying again.
Look, eras are good. Everything is good now. If you look back, everything that showed up was new when it came out. They were all pioneers. And every part of it, whether it's Motley Crue or whether it's Alice, we didn't even mention, if we're talking about that, let's talk about Alice in Chains, who to me technically isn't really a grunge band. They're a hard rock band. Alice in Chains is the grunge band that's too metal. They're like more metal than all the other grunge bands, and I always liked them because of that.
Yeah, like I said, and when they started coming out now, the metal that seems to be coming out real big right now is where you have the singing with the growling vocals.
I love that.
I do too. I got hooked on Motionless in White, who I got hooked on.
So it's funny song. Motionless in White gets their name from an 18 Vision song. It's an old early metalcore band on Trustkill Records, one of my favorite bands, called 18 Visions. And they have a song called Motionless and White. And they're like another straight edge metal band that was like they were goth and straight edge at the same time. So when Motionless and White obviously has that aesthetic, they paid homage to 18 Visions by naming it after their song.
Yeah. Well, I tell you one thing about Motionless, and it was awesome. I saw them at WrestleMania last year.
Sick.
Playing in front of 80,000 people. I mean, they were a small band, and all of a sudden they just keep getting bigger.
A band from the scene goes and plays WrestleMania. I mean, it just shows us there's all sorts of possibilities for young degenerates like us.
Exactly. It's an understatement too.
There's still hope for us.
So if y'all had any entertaining stories at any of these venues y'all been at?
Yeah, the Rick to Life incident. That thing. Should we go into it on camera? I'm not going to incriminate anybody. But if you know New York hardcore beef and history, something really retarded happened the first night. Where Rick to Life showed up, and it looked like old WWE Attitude Era. That's Rick to Life.
Oh my God, it's Rick to Life with a steel chair. Somebody
he showed up with weapons and came after Isaac, and it didn't end good. And he's been online typing stupid shit every day. My girlfriend, she's a booking agent. She booked this whole tour. Has been online, like trying to find if there's anything that would worry the promoters every night. And every night there's like, I don't know, it's a bad juju that happened, and he got beat up, and that's it. So hopefully, since then, the rest of our tour has been not just nice, but it flowed and was eventful. Like going to the beach before you play a show, to me, is top tier. And I'm probably I was worried when that happened because there was that incident, which I don't really want to elaborate much more on camera, but it left us with a bad taste in our mouth the first night. And then after that, on the way from Cleveland to upstate New York, Albany, right? We got snowed in, and we woke up. I was like pushing the van out of snow.
Yeah, we had to dig out snow from underneath.
And then we were very late. We're not usually late to sound check. Sometimes maybe a little bit, once in a while, but like we were so fucking late to the second show.
And we couldn't even back into the back door.
The whole parking lot was
freezing ice.
So it's like taking us forever.
Loading it with
exactly.
So I was worried. I was worried that like. I'm like, well, great, I was looking forward to this for months. We're finally here, and I got my hopes up, blah, blah, blah. Nah, that was a trick. It was an illusion. The rest of it, since that little clusterfuck of bad jujus, it's been amazing.
That's one of the bad things about running this time of year. It is cold weather. I remember I went to a concert one time at Pops, and this was before the internet was playing in, and I didn't know it had been canceled.
Oh, yeah.
And drove all the way from Nashville to Pops in Sauget, Illinois.
Illinois?
Terrible.
Yeah, you drove from Nashville to Illinois and it was canceled. That's
it sucked. It was about a 5-hour ride.
That's cat poop.
It's like St. Louis. You know what Pop? I don't know if you've ever been to Pops, but it's a cool ass venue.
Sick.
That's one of the fun ones.
Yeah.
And I remember the next morning we were trying to leave, and we had to both go through the driver's side because the passenger side was frozen solid. And I was like, I don't know what we're going to do. And then got on the interstate, car went by us and slung ice all over us. And that's when I realized the windshield wipers weren't unthawed yet. And I had to stop in the middle of the interstate.
I am so sorry.
That's metal.
But yeah, it's always fun, though. You never know with a concert. But that was been years ago when that happened. And I'm going to wrap this up with you guys. I appreciate y'all taking time. Come out to the Cobra tonight for DIZASTERPIECE. It will be a show you won't forget.
I would say it's our first time in Nashville. We're very excited.
Stoked.
And when they hit us up to interview us, we were like, yes, you got a good vibe. So I hope this continues. I hope we keep touring, putting out good music, and meeting dope people that make everything.
Oh.
Compliment to you.
Yeah, we can always say, go fuck yourself.
This guy, hey, for real, thanks for having us because
anytime.
I like this. It's all good shit.
And we are out of here.